Hello and welcome to another Watch Report video review. My name is James Stacy and today we're taking a look at the new Helson Buccaneer Titanium in 47mm, also known as the Buccaneer 47, according to their website. So what you see on the new Buccaneer is a complete departure from the original Buccaneer, which was a GMT diver with an external bezel, and it was done in stainless steel. This new model, the 47, is 47 millimeters across, 18.2 millimeters at the top of this domed crystal. It's 14.5 millimeters at the top of the edge of this case. Beautiful case on this watch. And it's a 52 millimeter lug to lug. So for a 47 millimeter watch, the lug to lug is very short, and making it as wearable as possible if you prefer a nice large watch. It is a full titanium case and bracelet. It's powered by an ETA 2824-2 automatic. The domed sapphire crystal does feature an anti-reflective coating. You get an integrated helium escape valve on the 9 o'clock flank. It's a 24 millimeter lug set, and they are drilled lugs for those of you who like to change straps frequently. This makes it quite a bit easier. You get gilt hands, so the hand set is outlined in a gold coloring that you can see there. You get an internal bezel control with the 2 o'clock crown, standard time control at the 4 o'clock crown. It's 1,000 meter water resistant. It's very tough, dive ready watch in many ways. It also includes a strap changing tool and a rubber strap, which I can show you when we get to the wrist shot. So let's take a look at some of the nicer details of this new Helson Buccaneer 47mm. Okay, so now that we're in nice and close on the Buccaneer 47, you will see a good number of reflections in this review. There's really no way around this. The crystal is hugely domed in a way that would really only be compared to the Armida A1. You can go back and see our review on that. Very different watch, but also a massively domed crystal. Exceedingly hard to photograph, and in the case of this video, if you actually want to be able to see the dial, there is going to be some reflection. So my apologies for that, but we'll do our best to work through it. The Buccaneer 47 really is not like anything else I've seen of late. Let's take a look just at the shape of the case. This is not like anything I think I've ever seen in the many watches I've owned and reviewed. You get this long strip along the side, then you get a cutaway and an additional cutaway, and then you hit the crystal, which is integrated just perfectly. Like that dome, that shape is absolutely excellent. It looks great on wrist, but it almost looks like a 50s spaceship is what I think of when I see this. I really like the shape. I like the curve of the case. I like the signed crowns where you get your skull and crossbones, which we've seen on a number of Helson watches, including the original Buccaneer. Moving on to the dial, it is kind of a grayish black. It's a matte color. Everything is illuminated, so the entire bezel scale here, which is a bi-directional control, this does not screw down. So similar to what you'd see on the Halios Laguna. Fully illuminated, markers, numbers, hands, and such. You do have a date window, but at the moment it's just obscured by the minute hand, so I'll show that to you in a moment. Really just a very cool watch, a design that we hadn't seen before. I do very much like the gilt handset. Kind of stands out, gives the watch kind of an attempt at a vintagey look, but I think in the end it just makes it a little bit more original than it would have been with a standard set, and really kind of solidifies the kind of military dial they have incorporated into this new Buccaneer. So here we have the minute hand moved out of the way. You can see the date is a black wheel with white text. It's not shallow set, it is right behind the dial, easy to read at just about any angle, and in every way a perfect placement. I like that they shortened the marker for 3 itself, so the balance of the dial is excellent. You can really see there are little things in this watch that they planned, they did with purpose, and I really like it when you see that. So yeah, the date window is not much wider than the 3 o'clock marker, and you can see that the actual marker is quite a bit longer on the 9 o'clock side to make up for the balance. Definitely something I really like. What we'll do now is we'll charge up the Lume and we'll take a look at that. So here we are with the Helson Buccaneer 47mm, all charged up. The Lume is excellent. It's exactly what we like to see. Helson did beautifully on the Shark Diver 42 we reviewed recently, and the Lume on this Buccaneer new version is just great. The scale, fully lumed, easy to read at night, easy, certainly usable, and this requires very little pressure, but also because of the shape and height of the case does not catch your wrist and augment the setting in any way. The lume on this is really nice, and the crystal actually adds to the lume. As it sits on a table or something, it kind of gives it a little bit more character to have that curve in the crystal. Full marks to Helson for the lume on the Buccaneer 47mm. So what we'll do now is we'll take a look at the straps, and we'll show it to you on wrist. Alright, so in addition to the titanium bracelet, which I'll give you a little bit more details on in a moment, the Helson does include this nice kind of synthetic isofrane style strap. It is very flexible, very comfortable, and if you like a tropic style strap that has the kind of holes and such in it, this is a pretty nice option. It's kind of the de facto standard that comes with dive watches now, to include kind of a vintagey black rubber strap, but you do get this nice brushed buckle. And altogether, it's a nice little add-in. The entire watch comes cased in one of those dive tubes in a similar fashion to the Shark Diver 42. The bracelet on the Buccaneer 47mm is the same link style as what comes with the Shark Diver 42mm that we recently reviewed. It is a screw construction, titanium. Obviously, you can get it. It's finish matched to the case, so if you get your blasted case, then you'll also get a blasted bracelet. You do get a dive clasp here. My main complaint with any of these watches that include a dive clasp like this is they open with very little pressure. You try and take the watch off or open the bracelet in the morning to put it on, and this little feature requires less pressure to open than the clip on the clasp itself, so these have to be tightened. I had the same problem with the one on my Halios Laguna. The other big issue with the bracelet is no solid end links. It's just a straight set where it connects in with the case. With a watch at this price point, we would expect some sort of a fitted link. I think that it gives it something more of a tool or a military-esque kind of rugged look to have that missing, but these openings in an otherwise very smooth and shape-conscious case just kind of look odd, and we would have loved to have seen fitted end link from Helson here. I don't think it's essential, but it's largely the most noticeable thing about the watch as far as what we think could be improved. Otherwise, the bracelet is very light. It doesn't rattle or pull hairs. It's nicely finished, and it's not hard to size at all with the included tool. The case back is simply adorned with skull and crossbones logo and some information about the watch. These will be made in a limited number with an initial product run of 30 units, so this case back includes the watch's production number. So let's go on wrist, and we'll take a look at how comfortable it is to wear a watch that's some 47mm wide and 18mm tall. So once the Buccaneer 47mm was sized for my 7.5-inch wrist, it weighed 170 grams. At that weight is really good for a 47mm watch that's nearly 2 centimeters tall. But it's not like crazy light. It's not lighter than a smaller watch in steel would be. The weight is exceedingly manageable. I find the watch very comfortable. I like the case shape quite a bit. Obviously, with the height of the case, you won't get a sleeve over it, but I think this is a fairly casual watch. Should be no trouble with a rolled-up sleeve or a t-shirt. The bracelet itself feels very good. It's very comfortable. It doesn't pull hairs, but it does have a very, very casual look. It's a very tough, very masculine-looking bracelet, and I definitely did like wearing the watch on a leather strap or on the included rubber strap. Now, Helson is selling these in either the brush finish you see here or a blasted finish for $10.99 through their website. An initial limited run of 30 units. If there's demand, they'll make more units. At that price point, not a lot of competition. There's certainly plenty of choices for large titanium dive watches. The Benares Megalodon comes to mind, and it's a lovely watch, but in terms of style, I feel like a buyer is going to pick one of them over the other. They look completely different. The finishing on the case is excellent. We do wish that the watch had solid end links to fit to the case. This space that's made when you're using the bracelet is kind of counterintuitive to having such an otherwise smooth and kind of nicely shaped case. It would have been great to have seen the watch, especially at this price point, include fitted solid end links as opposed to just this straight section. That said, the watch does look great on a strap, and it certainly has the build quality to live up to its price tag. For Watch Report, my name is James Stacy, and this has been our video review of the Helson Buccaneer 47mm. You can find the rest of our review at watchreport.com or in the link just below the video. Thanks very much for watching.